Hi, welcome to another video. So DeepSeek has launched Deepseek V4 Lite and V4 Pro, but they are not the only ones who have released a new model. OpenAI has also launched GPT-5.5, which aims to be better in all aspects and also fix the gripes of the old model, which are mostly just front-end issues, but there might be some more, which we'll talk about later as well. Apart from this, I have also been working on KingBench 2.0, which is a refresh of my old benchmark. The aim was to test a model on all aspects of coding. You might see some general questions as well in the benchmark, but that is trivial. Some questions in here require the model to be used with an agentic contraption, while the others don't. Basically, as I said before, the benchmark is supposed to be a benchmark that doesn't just test agentic behavior or something. It also tests other aspects and makes it a better benchmark all around. Currently, I don't have a UI to show all of this. I'm still working on it, so you guessed it. We'll use an Excel sheet. By the way, how many of you have been following this benchmark since the Excel sheet days? Comment below. Anyway, I'll be testing 3 models here, which are GPT 5.5, Deepseek V4, and Opus 4.7. These models give you a good look into the worldview of models in respect to the resolve of these companies. Before jumping into the bench, I do want to talk a bit about GPT 5.5 and Deepseek. So, Deepseek has launched 2 models, which are Deepseek V4 Pro and Deepseek V4 Flash. The Pro version is a 1.6 trillion parameter model that is a mixture of experts, with only 49 billion parameters activated in a pass. The V4 Flash, however, is a relatively smaller model at 284 billion parameters, with only 13B activated in a pass. I don't want to talk a lot about the model's architecture, as it can be boring, but as an ML enthusiast, I can't help but notice that it uses a muon optimizer. I believe Kimi also uses it. Moonshot even has a paper on this, where they talk about how it is actually scalable, contrary to some of the prior beliefs that it is just good for small LLMs or something. I believe it might be one of the biggest models using muon, if I am not wrong. GPT 5.5, on the other hand, is one of the most anticipated models. It apparently beats Opus 4.7 across the board, and even on front-end tasks now. I mean, if the card issue with GPT models is fixed, then I can easily recommend it to anyone. It seems that GPT 5.5 also now works better with lower token consumption, which looks very interesting. You'd know that I have indeed tested the alleged Deepseek V4 when it kind of became available on their chat platform, but that is not something I can fully trust, so a new test is kind of mandatory. All of these models are indeed available everywhere now, including OpenRouter, Kilo Gateway, etc. I mostly use my models with Kilo CLI, and it is available there as well, which is quite cool to see. So let's look at the results direct. To start, I have a question where I ask the models to build me an elevator simulator. I want to make a simulator kind of thing where there are floors, and on each floor we can spawn a person, and the elevator should take this simulated person to their floor, and then keep doing that until no one is left. Each elevator is only allowed to take one person at a time. So this one allows me to test how good a model is at front end and complex back end at the same time. To start, if I show you the generation from Deepseek V4 Pro, then it is not good. The elevator positioning is not correct at all, and it all seems very random, so yeah, this is not great. Then we've got the generation from GPT 5.5, and this is also not good. I mean, it kind of works, but it just flickers too much, and if you see here, then it looks really bad in terms of UI. It still does the same bad card designs and stuff, so yeah, not great. Next up, we've got the generation from Opus 4.7. In here, you can see that this one actually looks awesome, works really well, and it is just really good. This is what I imagine when I ask a human to do it, so yeah, Opus 4.7 kinda nails it. Next up, I ask it to make me a ThreeJS contact lens case that also opens up when clicked. This is also quite good because it is something that is not very much in the training data of the models, and 3D is also tricky for models. So if we look at the generation from Deepseek, then it is not great either. I mean, it is fine, but it looks like a brick with 2 holes, so this ain't good at all. Then we have the one from GPT 5.5, and this one is also not very good. I mean, it is fine, but it isn't the best. Clicking it, it does get opened, but it opens the cap on the left for some odd reason. So that isn't the best for sure. The one from Opus 4.7 does indeed look like one of the best, but the L and R are kind of flipped, and the cap opens on the bottom for some reason. So there's that. Not the best from anyone. Next up, I have a question where I ask it to build me a ThreeJS folding table. It should have a slider that should allow the user to fold it or unfold it accordingly. If we look at the generation from Deepseek, then it is pretty good. I mean, it's not the best, but it is good nonetheless. I can't complain much. It does indeed work. Next, we've got the one from GPT 5.5, and it is not good either. It does look good when unfolded, but it is not good when folded. It looks out of place, both partitions overlap each other, and it ain't good at all. Next up, we've got the one from Opus 4.7, and it is kind of fine, but not very good either. So yeah, there's that. After that, we've a comeback question where I ask the models to make me an SVG of a panda eating a burger. Well, all the models are wonky in this. The panda with a burger from Deepseek is as good as a rock, so yeah, this is not good. Similarly, the one from GPT-5.5 is also very weird. However, the one from Claude is actually kind of good. It's not the best, but good nonetheless. The next question is to make me a bow and arrow simulator game. And well, this one is really interesting. So, the one from Deepseek basically doesn't even work. It is quite buggy. However, the one from GPT 5.5 is actually quite good. You can aim and shoot and everything. It still uses that dirty card thing, but keeping that aside, it is quite fine. Now, the next one is from Claude, and this one is just too good. I mean, it looks really professional, good looking, and it is just good. I mean, there's nothing more that I'd want from it, and it is one of the best for sure. Then there's a new mathematics question, and none of them pass it either. I also ask it to fine-tune a Gemma 4 model for me with a generated dataset for panda facts, and well, none of them are able to do this yet. So, this is it. I think Opus is still just a better overall model for most people, as it is just good overall, while GPT 5.5 is good at some things, but it isn't that great overall. Deepseek is not good either. Deepseek is just a model. It's not good, it's not the best, and it's not bad. But this is not what I would have thought when someone said Deepseek V4. I also want to talk a bit about the pricing as well. Deepseek V4 is a 1 million context window model that comes at about $1.74 and 378 cents for input and output per million tokens, respectively. It is actually extremely cheap. Deepseek V4 Flash is also a million token context window model that costs about 0.14 cents and your 28 cent per million tokens for input and output per million tokens, respectively. It is actually extremely cheap. Deepseek V4 Flash is also a million token context window model that costs about 0.14 cents and euro 28.4 million tokens for input and output, respectively. I mean, yes, it consumes fewer tokens, but those token costs are now high, so the end user will end up paying more in the long term, especially the API users. All that codex rate limiting will also probably go into the trash, similar to Claude Code, and there is no denying that. GPT 5.5 needs to be a 16 trillion model to justify this price based on how much Deepseek costs. So, yeah, that is a bummer. I do get that research and training costs more, but I don't like it nonetheless. I think Opus 4.7 is the best model, but it is not the best experience anymore due to all the limits and stuff in the Claude Code plan. Codex might be better for that, but it will also only last for a bit. So, that is about it. I think Deepseek isn't a good model, and I can't recommend it either. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked this video, consider donating through the Super Thanks option or becoming a member by clicking the Join button. Also, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye.